Turn on all my lights. This is Nicki Sun from TechNicki speaking, here with a gear recommendation. A wireless microphone system that not only plugs into your camera, but also to your phone and computer. What do you think?
That's dope!
You're zooming in on me. And at the same time, I have no director or cameraman.
Right now, you're like Asian Daenerys in my mind.
I've always been the mother of cameras.
I love technology. When other women see us in front of the camera, they're inspired to do it too.
This has been Nicki Sun with Gals and Gear at NAB Show Live.
Nicki's an amazing entrepreneur slash content creator slash female director slash cinematographer slash Asian ambassador.
She's talking about choosing the right camera for the job.
Woo!
Definitely. She's amazing.
That was it for this episode of TechNicki Speaking. I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Hey. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of TechNicki Speaking by Nicki Sun. I'm your host, Nicki Sun, and I hope you're all doing so well on another Tuesday, the first Tuesday of August. Can you believe we are in August already? I'm just gonna do a little audio check here. Okay, I can hear myself. Okay, so there was something a little different in terms of the countdown. So the YOLO box that I have, the YOLO box Pro that I have, had an update, and apparently I always have an update when I go live, and so I was getting a little worried that it might not go through because I was getting that error message on Amazon again saying that my frame rate was too high of a resolution, when in reality we all know that we are subject to 720p versus 1080p, which is the preferred rate I'd like to output my resolution stream at. However, it's totally fine now. Oh, hello everybody. I see Brian in the comment section. Hello, Brian. Vladimir! Amazing. Hi. You say you sound kind of low. Not sure if it's just me though. You know, sometimes these outputs are a little low. Let me see if I can bring it up just a little bit higher. Let me know if that's good. I put it at a extra plus 9 decibels, which I think was the max I can go on the YOLO box, but it's not. Yeah, that's better. Okay, hi Mark! Oh my gosh, this is the fam right here in the comment section. I love it. Shout out as well. We are also streaming everywhere, everything all at once, like the movies. Congrats to the Daniels for signing that deal. That's so amazing. It's so inspiring as a filmmaker and somebody who has been in and around filmmakers for quite some time. It's really, really awesome. So shout out to YouTube and those watching on Facebook as well. Yeah, let me make sure I just get this. So one of the cool features is that I can invite guests on YOLO Box now, and that's a free feature. So I can't wait to try that out one day. I'm not quite sure how that would work on the Amazon platform, but we'll have to figure it out one day. But I hope you all are having a great Tuesday, and judging from who's in the audience in the chat right now, Mark, Vladimir, Brian, these are my super sunshine squad people who have subscribed to my email list. They're all part of my sunshine squad, so if you want to be a part of my sunshine squad as well, just go on my website, either technikkispeaking.com or nickisun.com, and sign up for my email letter. You'll be part of my exclusive In the Know, because if you were a part of my newsletter list, you would have known that I have something really exciting to announce. But let's just say I am on the same billing as two of my industry idols, iJustine and Chris Do, who founded The Future, which is a great platform for anybody getting into the business marketing and branding side of things, knowing your value when you are a content creator, knowing your worth, how to negotiate, how to pitch yourself so that you definitely can stand by your rates and your creation when you're working with clients. But he's been such a role model, and I'm so excited because he will be giving the in-person keynote when I am at the Video Creator University on August 27th. That's a Saturday. And iJustine unfortunately will not be there in person, but she is doing the keynote on August 25th. And then that's the Thursday, because August 26th is going to be a break day. So all the speakers can fly in so we can be in person with all of you. Yes, Vladimir says, I need to attend your class. So interested in the media kit class. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to do this class in person. And just so I don't forget the exact title of it, I just wanted to let you know the exact title, because shout out to the Future Media Concept, or FMC team, for putting on all these conferences. They put on so many conferences globally, worldwide, and I'm so grateful to have been working with them since the first Vlogger University with iJustine. That's the first time I ever got involved with FMC, and they produce these fantastic conferences around the world, specifically LA, New York, Vegas based, and it's all about empowering creators to be at the level that they want to be, or just learn from other creators who have done it in the past. And we're talking about people who actually author books on Adobe Premiere or Final Cut Pro or photography, and it's just incredible. And so to be on the same billing as iJustine, I keep calling her iJustine, I know I should say iJustine, but she's so iconic to me just as iJustine. I have to say it in that way too. But so just giving you a little peek of what my class is going to be about, because the website has yet to be updated. Shout out to the FMC. I know Yesenia, shout out to you, girl. She's a little sick right now and she updates all the websites. But my class is going to be titled Influencer Media Kit, Knowing Your Value and Getting Started. So for all my content creators out there, my UGC, which is a huge term now starting at the beginning of this year, we see it on TikTok, we see it on Instagram, we even see it on Twitter, because that's where a lot of companies are connecting with these new UGC creators. I want to shed light on how content creators can create their own media kit, position themselves in terms of working with other companies and brands, get paid for your work, and that way we can create something that you feel confident about. And I've been wanting to do this in class because I've done a couple of virtual online sessions with the Visual Storytelling Conference, which is also produced by FMC. So FMC just produces all these amazing conferences year round that has to do with video editing, photography, producing content, brand marketing, all that stuff as an individual business. So I've been wanting to do this in person because I really want everybody who comes to walk away with something tangible, or at least have something in their media kit where we can go around. If those in my class are brave enough to put their media kit maybe online, we can talk about it. We will make sure that everybody who walks out of my class will know what a media kit is, know what to put on their media kit, and how to position themselves, know their value when creating content and working and interacting with brands. So if that sounds good to you, my class is going to be in person at 3:45 on Saturday. It's only one session. It's like a mini session. It's like 50 minutes long, so don't be late. Try to come early. I should just tell people my class starts at 3, but 3:45 is when my class is going to be on a Saturday, and they just announced the location. It's going to be at the Hilton in Universal Studios, so that's going to be really, really cool. And then I will also be the Expo Night host from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m., and that's going to be a solid networking hour. You're going to meet the team at Apple, which is a great, awesome opportunity. You're going to network with everybody else who's interested. You're going to network with some of the speakers, and network with me and the whole FMC team. So I definitely would love for you to come back. Hi, Carla just started following. That's amazing. Oh, Vladimir says, I know you got the good info on that subject. Hi, Gwen. Peter, you're back. Peter was so kind to let me know that he'll unfortunately have to miss some of my live streams because he's busy doing awesome things wherever he's at. So I appreciate you coming back on the live stream. And for those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Nikki, and I do a live stream every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Amazon is the preferred place to watch, but I also stream at the same time on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure you give TechNicki Speaking, my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, a follow as well. You're in Kenya? That's incredible. Well, welcome back. What were you doing in Kenya? All right, y'all. So giving a little preface of what I am going to be teaching on August 27th, I wanted to talk a little bit about kind of the tools and the gear that content creators and UGC creators can utilize. So first of all, UGC is a new term, user-generated content creator, right? So when you're creating content, sometimes you might want to create content. You're really good at creating content, but maybe you don't want to be on camera, or maybe you're like, I'm just not wanting to be on camera. I don't want to like endorse certain things. What if I just want to create content, give it to the company, and have them put ads behind it? And I don't have to worry about being an influencer in a way, or have my face attached to it. So this is like another way that content creators are making tons of money, just being able to create videos from different perspectives. Because when a company or brand launches a product, you want as many people interacting with your product as much as possible. And sometimes it's hard to get all these influencers with millions of followers to like really endorse our product or create content. So this has been a nice gateway for those of us, or those of you who have been wanting to create content because you're good at it. You can edit and, you know, cut and shoot like in your sleep, but like how are you supposed to get out there? So user-generated content has allowed individuals to create content, not show their face, while also making a decent living as well. So I wanted to talk about some of the tools that, whether or not you are a UGC creator or a content creator or someone who is on camera like me as well, because I do both. I do both content creation for brands where I just want to shoot it, they pay me for it, and I give the product back if they want it back. Usually they let me keep it, because I think for me, since doing double duty as both a on-camera host and also a filmmaker, there are lots of lines in which it blurs. So for those of you who are also on camera, think about expanding it to behind the camera too, if you want to. I'm just saying, this is what I'm doing right now full time, and I just want to share my knowledge and expertise with you so you can do it too. I am living my dream life right now, and I just want everybody else to live their dream life as well. Hi, Dawn. So nice to see you again. I love the exclamation marks and the prayer emoji hands. So apparently, by the way, the emoji like this one, I always thought was prayer hands, but apparently it's people high-fiving each other. But I've just been doing that as like a thank you. So my mind was blown when I figured that out. So yeah, let's get started. So first things first, when it comes to user-generated content, we're not talking about things that need to be shot with DSLR cameras or mirrorless cameras or those big production cameras. I definitely have that as well, which is what I'm using right now to do this live stream. And I love it because I can, you know, I could bring it on set and shoot high quality videos. But nowadays everybody has their phone, and because UGC content is heavily placed on TikTok and also Instagram Reels, you're talking about vertical content creation. You're talking about bringing something that makes the viewer feel like it's something that they can do, right? I think that's why TikTok was such a huge platform, because everybody had a phone. Everybody could create content all of a sudden. It wasn't just for the people who had like mirrorless cameras or DSLR cameras. Now everybody can feel empowered to create their own content. But let's talk about the tools so you can get content that's a little bit more high quality, so that you can actually capture content and charge clients for your content. What's up, Richard? How are you? It's good to see you. I love your icon, because it's always that bright yellow with shades. It reminds me of the sun icon, which is my last name. So good to see you. So good to see you all. If you're new here, please consider giving me a follow. Again, I go live every Tuesday to talk about tech and gear that you could utilize in your life. All right. Sorry for the very, very long intro in the beginning. I've just been so bombarded in a good way with all these opportunities lately in regards to where I'm speaking, what's happening in my life, and I'm just so excited I have to share it with you. Yes, Richard says, click the follow button and join the chat. And if you are so kind, there's a star button in the bottom right corner of my video screen. Be sure to smash it and tap it every now and then. But for my trigger finger ultimate supporters who are doing it constantly throughout the stream, I appreciate you, but give your fingers a rest. I feel the love and I appreciate you. All right, so obviously we're gonna talk about gear that you need when you're utilizing, when you're creating for other companies like UGC content, right? So again, it wouldn't be your DSLR or your mirrorless camera or a point and shoot. You can literally just use your phone. So I'm going to be focusing on a lot of the gear that goes with your phone. And if you've been on my streams before, I've talked about all of this gear throughout multiple streams, but this is going to be a combined one. So when people come back to a live stream, you can see all the things that I have in one consolidated list. So the first thing that I absolutely love, especially when you're going to shoot with your phone, I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm about to say, but you need a solid tripod. And the cool tripods that I want to talk about, there's two of them that I want to talk about. The first one is the Joby Grip Type Gorilla pod, especially the Grip Type 2 model. So the one that I have selected in my carousel, again, is my favorite. If you've been on my streams before, you know how much this is my favorite because, again, don't like the springy clip. I like the ones where I can literally just open, close, attach, rotate it from horizontal to vertical in a snap or in a swivel. I can also really bend all of these tripod legs to get any angle that I want. I can even wrap it around a pole, a street pole if I'm outside and I have no one to take it for me. I can put it on top of a table. For all you food bloggers or food vloggers out there, when you go to a restaurant, this takes up not as much space as bringing an entire tripod with you. And let's be real, sometimes you don't want to feel like you're doing a whole production, but maybe you just want to set up a shot where you're eating food. Again, these are content creators and UGC creators who do this for a living. So this is not embarrassing to you. If this is your livelihood, no shame in your game, honey. Go out, bring it, everything. You want to get the best content for you. So that's amazing. Oh, Mark says, we have that one. It works great. Yes, yes, yes. So for those of you who have never seen this tripod before, let me tell you all the reasons and why I like it. Normally I have an overhead camera on, but I think it's easier this way because there's just so much to show. All right, so again, the great thing about this tripod, you can get this in the Joby mobile kits. First of all, again, I love Joby. So if you are actually in content creation UGC, you want to work with brands who are also willing to work with creators. So I will always plug Joby because on Amazon and out there's so many other brands or knockoff brands that try to just mimic what other companies do and sell it at a way cheaper rate, but then you're getting lower quality sometimes, and then you're not getting that customer service or the support that creators deserve. So I'm just saying, for a fact, Joby supports their creators 100%, and that's what I love about them. So if I have the opportunity to, as a creator, just telling you my strategy is if you want to create content, you're going to have to pick products to create content about. Why not pick and choose brands that you like? First of all, that's authentic. Authenticity is number one. But on top of that, choose content that you actually utilize. And if they see your product or your video, they'd want to work with you. So 2 in 1. I love Joby products. Joby also supports and pays their creators that they work with. So I'm going to work with Joby, So in terms of if you're looking into content creation, again, it's like authenticity is number one at the end of the day. There's so many people just putting so much false things up on social media lately. It's so important to be authentic to who you are, because when you do get those gigs, it just makes sense and you don't feel like you can't sleep at night. You can do everything you want to do and you don't have to worry about that. So I love Joby, and I'll show you again why I love this tripod. But hi Johnny, it's good to see you. What's up fam? So nice to see you. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, I'm just gonna do this little quick example of how I'm gonna set up my first way of capturing content when I'm by myself, table level. I actually use this everywhere, even when I'm cooking, because I don't want my phone to touch the kitchen table, because sometimes I have raw meat and stuff and I don't want my phone to hit the table. So this gives it a nice area while also keeping it eye level. So we have the Joby Grip Tight Gorilla Pod. Again, it is not a spring loaded, which I love because you can really break a nail sometimes when you do that. And I put that right here. Put it in place. This is kind of what height I want. Then squeeze it in and then just twist it and you are good. And if you wanted it to be landscape, just twist it and lock it in place again. Right now it's not level, but no problem. I can use this bottom to tilt it up and back. I can also use the GorillaPod legs to make sure I have it at the right height that I want. But most content being filmed vertically, I'm gonna do it like this. So now I have a vertical way of filming myself. All right, so that's really cool. The really more awesome thing about this tripod in particular, again, is the shoe mount. How many tripods do you have at our table that actually have this shoe mount? I really don't know. I've been searching. I have to get all these extra attachments. So what I really like specifically about this is that I have a shoe mount. Why? Well, now let's say if you're going out and you can't put on your flashlight because the flashlight's on the back side, but let's say you want to film a front view to provide you tools so you don't have to be affected by whether or not it's in the right position or not. This shoe mount allows you to attach any universal item that has a cold shoe mount in it, such as my Aperture MC light. So I'm going to my next one. Again, if you've been on my show, you know this is like one of my favorite lights. I will just do a little quick demonstration of what it looks like when it's all broken down, but it does come with, I believe it does come included with a male shoe mount or a cold shoe. And then right now we have the Aperture MC light. They are lightweight, they are magnetic. I can put it on my refrigerator or anything with like metal on it for those hard to reach places. Fun story is, I forget who used it, but they put them in the back of a vending machine, like a broken vending machine, and they program the lights. Again, with this light, you can program all the operations from your phone utilizing the Sidus Link app. So I can sync up all my Aperture MC lights. Doesn't matter. I think right now they sell them individually in a 4 kit and even a 12 kit. So can you imagine putting all of these in the vending machine, designating a certain color, putting effects on it, and then controlling the light fixtures directly from your phone? Like, technology these days and lighting and just companies that are amazing are just boggle my mind, and I just love it so much. But this is the Aperture MC light. Again, it's magnetic. There are options to have effects. So there's like fireworks. There are paparazzi, a faulty bulb. You have a cop car. So you have a lot of effects in here. And then you could also you could pick any color you want. And also, at the same time, you can you can get a regular daylight. So it has your regular white light as well. So I'm just going to turn it on right here. And then you can control the intensity as well on the side. So right now it's at 31%. It's already pretty bright at 31%, but I'm gonna like bring it up or bring it down. So that's 11, and I can go higher and higher and brighter and brighter, but the closer you are to your face, you don't need as much light. But see how it's like harsh on my face? That's what this diffuser is for, which comes with a kit. So I'm gonna turn this off so I can put it back on, and I'm gonna show you how I utilize the two together. So just make sure it goes on the right way, which is the tripod input, the 1/4-20, with this 1/4-20. Again, everything is included in this kit. It also comes in a nice Velcro pack too. I don't know if I put it somewhere though. You know what? I want to show you. Let me show you. I think I have it in here. It's so bad. Like I have so much gear, you guys. Oh, I found it. I found it. Usually I put the gear that I use the most all the way to the left. Then I separate and organize my cables on the right. But yeah, this is the case it actually comes in. So I really, really like being able to do that. And yeah, look at this kit. It has a carabiner on it, so you can attach it. To be honest, I really don't use the case because I feel like having the diffusion on it already is pretty easy already. So let me see. Let's see. Just wanted to make sure I'm pronouncing this part right. Okay. Yeah, it's 4 kit and a 12 kit. Oh, there's also a 9 kit. Oh, wow. That's cool. Wow. All right. That's cool. Sorry, I had a little moment there. But all right. So here is the MC light, right? And again, you can attach it to a regular tripod. Like if I were to twist this mount off, I can attach this directly to the legs of this. So also again, which is why I like this tripod, is because it's universal and I could basically Frankenstein it however I want. So now we're gonna add a basic male shoe, and I'm gonna put it in here. And then I think you can see what I'm gonna do. I have the Joby shoe mount, right? So this goes right here. And you can lock it in place. But right now, because it's just easier like that, I can do that. I'm just gonna do that right here. But now I can have continuous lights. And look at this glow. Am I glowing? I'm also sweating because it's really hot, and when I do my live streams, I move around so much and I can't turn on my AC because then otherwise my mic is gonna pick up the AC. So if I'm extra glowing, thank you to the sun right now and the fact that I just came back from finally picking up my car. If you've been following me on Instagram and seeing my stories, I've had a ripper of a week with my car, but I finally figured it out. I feel so much more empowered knowing more about cars than I ever could have. Like I even went to an AutoZone and did a free scan of my car using my OBD2 port. And I'm like, I never knew you can even get a free scan at AutoZone to see the codes that are wrong with your car. I think I had a MAF sensor misfire, which set off 4 cylinders of my car. So got that fixed, got that taken care of, went to Costco, got a car battery, and then went back to deliver my old battery because they actually give you a $15 credit if you just give them your old battery back so they can recycle it. They also have a 3-year warranty on their batteries, so that's a great place to go get your battery from Costco. As you can tell, I've just been having a week where I just know so much more, and it all started because I was getting swindled at my dealership, and I'm like, this is not cool. So I wanted to be empowered and learn everything myself before making a decision, and I'm glad I did. So if I'm sweating, it's because I just did all of that before coming here and setting up this live stream to talk about tech. So yeah, pretty soon maybe I might expand my tech channel to car stuff too. So who knows? I just want other people to feel empowered and not feel swindled too, especially my fellow ladies out there who go into auto mechanic stores and feel like this is above my head. I actually have the time and the day and the patience to negotiate and to fight back and to figure out this information. I will not pay for the first prize. So they messed with the wrong person today. But yeah, I like I like this setup for my content creation. So yeah, we have the Joby GorillaPod right now with the Aperture Amara MC light. Again, this is like really, really cool. And I will just show you quickly because you can see all the features of this MC light in a previous stream, but just because this is a consolidated stream for UGC content creators. Again, so I have the Citus link. I don't know if you could see that because the light's kind of blaring in your eye, but I have the Citus link for iPhone and Android users. Again, I am an Android user. For those of you who don't know what phone that I'm using, it is the Samsung Galaxy S20. And I have this phone, first of all, I will say it, I think that Samsung cameras are superior. And because as a content creator, I'm using my phone a lot of the time to create content. That's very important to me. If you're looking for other things, no worries. I feel like the world kind of favors iPhones more as the universal standard of phone. I also can't really talk about like the AirDrop. I really do like the AirDrop, but I have ways to do it where you can send the files between Androids and iPhones without worry. But you know, as a content creator, I'm just so on top of like what it like looks like for me. Part of me might just get an iPhone just for content and communication reasons, but then carry my Samsung for like the quality of it. So yeah. Oh, Peter says, yeah. Rich is like, sounds like you had fun. I'm like, yes, I had fun. Peter says that you have this phone too. Amazing. Well, guess what? This is the same phone that Samsung had given me when they found me to shoot a short film for them back in 2020. And I had to do the entire film on their phone. So actually, if you want to see that film, it's 3 minutes. It's on my Instagram. It's also on my new portfolio. Yeah, if you go to nickisun.com/work, I believe, or just start from the homepage, I have a whole section on content behind the camera that I do, and my documentary is there as well. So if you want to see what I was able to shoot, and a lot of this content and gear that I'm talking about right now is gear that I utilized during the shoot. But that would have been amazing. So I'm just actually showing you all the gear that I utilized for that film, including the Samsung S20 FE 5G, FE standing for Fan Edition. And the only reason I know this is because when they were doing a documentary about me doing a documentary, there's so much inception going on. I had a whole crew filming me and filming my process of how I was filming for my film. So there's not only the finalized piece, but there's actually another piece on me as a filmmaker, and they wrote it up in Pop Sugar, and it's like my first big media piece, and it was really, really cool. And I had to be able to say Samsung Galaxy S20 FE 5G every single time I said it. So everybody's like always kidding with me. He's like, oh, how is that Samsung S20 FE 5G treating you? And I'm like, oh, you got it, you got it. And obviously I got to choose the color, and I chose the mint color version, but I love this phone. And before that, I had the Samsung Galaxy S8. So I really don't change my phones unless I have to, or unless like a job requires it. So I'm very grateful because at that time, I really wanted to upgrade my phone because I was getting really, really into content creation, and I needed a better camera with a higher megapixels. And as the universe would have it, they were like, oh, we're not only going to give you a phone, we're going to pay you to create content and shoot your first film and put it on this giant network in collaboration with Samsung and Pop Sugar. So how could I not be loyal and love Samsung? So for those of you who are always like, why does she use Samsung? This is the reason why I use Samsung. So yes. Hi, Rome. He goes, hello, everyone. How are you all? Doing so much better now that you're here. Yes, Rome. He says, I would love to see that. Yes. Oh, if you'd like to see it again, go on my website, nickisun.com. Nickisun. Make sure you spell my name correctly. And yeah, it's there. W started following. If that's your entire full name, that's awesome. But thank you for starting to follow. I appreciate it. All right, so now I'm going to get back into why this MC light is so cool for those of you who have never seen it before. So again, I'm talking about UGC content creator gear. So the gear that I actually utilize to create content that I get paid for when I work with other brands. So it's not always about having DSLR, mirrorless cameras, but this is like another wave of content creation that you can get paid for as a side hustle or your full-time thing, depending on how hard you want to go. So right now we have my Joby Gorilla Pod, which I just talked about, and the Aperture MC light. So the cool thing is when you download the Sidus Link app, you're able to connect all your Aperture lights. So I actually have my studio lights connected, so I can control that light too. But right now I have the MC light. So right now it's at a 35%. You can control the light manually on this because there's dials, but now that I've connected it with the app, I'll show you what I can do with it, and I'm doing it in a live time so you know I'm not cheating. But yeah, so I just brought down the intensity, and I'm gonna bring up the intensity, okay? They also have a full, half, and a quarter, which is like your normal, so you can go very fast if you wanted to. So the white light's really, really awesome, right? I also have gel lights. I can do like CTB, a quarter CTB, full CTB. You also have daylight. Did I just change daylight? So right now, this was on tungsten. It has more of a yellow light, and then you have regular daylight. So if you wanted to match the daylight that's outside, let's say you're shooting a scene and you're like, well, I need to mimic daylight, you have that here as well. I also have colors, so I can put gels on my light as well. So there's yellow, pink, all that stuff, right? Now the fun thing, if y'all weren't here last time when I did this, let me go to a very obvious color. So let's click blue. I'm gonna take out my phone. All right. Right now this light is on my face. Okay. There is a color picker mode. All right. So when I click the color picker, I can pick up any light. So let's say like you really want a specific light, but you don't have the time to just go between 14 colors. You want to do something a little bit more specific. So I'm gonna grab, actually let me grab this drink. By the way, this is like a Tazo tea. Actually, before I do that, let me turn it back to a regular white light just so you guys can see what I'm doing. So this is like a daylight, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the color picker, and I am drinking this Tazo tea called Passion. It is a hibiscus tea, non-caffeinated. It's quite delicious, actually. But I want this color. So I'm going to grab this, use the color picker mode, and click pick up. Oh, and that light just changed color to the same color on my screen. This is what I'm drinking, y'all. I am drinking this red drink right now. So it's really, really cool to have the color picker mode. It's phenomenal. I love it. And then just so we can go through to the last ones, Peter goes, okay, color picker mode is pretty cool. Color picker mode is definitely cool when you show friends, but the really cool ones are the effects that are built in. So we have party lights, we have cop car. Let me do cop car because I think it's the most obvious when I do it on screen. So I just click cop car and then I press start, and oh no! Burp, burp. Is that how a cop car? I've never been pulled over, so is it? But yeah, so this is the cop car mode. We have party lights. And the thing is, you can also adjust the saturation, the intensity, the speed. So how bright you want it, how fast you want it to go, even how bright you want the colors to be, right? And faulty bulb is always cool when you're doing like effects. Sometimes, again, when you go into these haunted houses, October's around the corner. I don't like Halloween. I am such a scaredy cat. But you can throw these faulty bulbs into a lot of these haunted houses and really create that faulty bulb effect. So that's what you would use that for. And then lightning. See how powerful that is? That is such a powerful tool, and it's so small. And it's like, you can again set the frequency. So right now the frequency for this lightning is like at a 5. So if I said like a frequency at a 9, this is what it would be. Like I could do like in high intensity. So obviously it's happening a lot faster, but if you want to mimic real crazy lightning, usually lightning doesn't come as that fast, but who knows? You never know. But yeah, so that was that one. So I'm going to put it back on to just a regular white light. Okay, but isn't that cool? So just with the app, the Sidus Link app on your phone, again, for iPhone users and Samsung users, you can control your lighting from afar. And I can also control anything else with the Sidus Link. So even though this is not for my UGC, technically I do create content here as well. So what I would do is go back. So I can also control this one at the same time. I could program it so they both dim at the same time, but we're just gonna do the other one right here. So this is my studio light, and my studio light is up here. My effect that I really like doing with my studio lights, because they're so much bigger, is the lightning mode. So there's my lightning. Isn't that really cool? So I definitely like that mode a lot. I'm just gonna turn this back down to a 16. Oh, thank you, Adam. Adam started following. Appreciate you so much. Thank you for stopping by. Talking about UGC content creator tools. So going over some of my favorite ones. So you guys figured out my 2 top favorite tools right now are the Joby GorillaPod tripod and the Aperture Amaran MC light. You can program them. Right now they have kits for sorry, I realized I had been selected on Samsung the entire time when I was talking about the Aperture Amaran light. This is how I get, like, I lose a track. But yeah, so the Aperture Amaran MC light, fave light. If you're like, what light was that? Come back to this stream. It'll always be my carousel, which I love. So that is that. I'm going to turn off this light really quick to see how that would go. And again, it comes in like a really cool carrying case. So now another thing I like to pair up with that, let's quickly talk about the GoPro Hero 9, because I will say when I'm creating content, I do like being able to go underwater sometimes too. Especially I went to Hawaii and what was the other place I went to? Cabo. I wanted to bring something that I could also not worry about in case it fell in the water. So the GoPro Hero 9 is actually one of my favorite GoPros. I was holding out for the longest time because I really wanted the dual action camera. So you can see that there's a camera screen on the front and a camera screen on the back. The cool thing, it is also voice activated. So I can say, GoPro record video. I think that's how it works. GoPro record video. I'm trying to remember what the voice activations were. It's so sad. Oh, like, let's do this. GoPro stop recording. Oh, maybe I just had to turn it on. I think it was like on sleepy mode. But yeah, so I think it's start video. GoPro start video. GoPro record video. GoPro take a picture. So apparently it knows start and stop, but it was working. I will say that I had to fix this because for some reason the battery triggered it. But yeah, again, I am transparent with everything that I have, and but this is like my favorite thing. I rarely honestly use the voice activation tools. I just thought it was a cool thing to start it from afar, but I think I might have to turn it off because I left this on the entire time. Yeah, but I like it because you can do time lapse, hyperlapse. It's waterproof. I go in the water. When I vlog, I can see myself kind of in the middle of it. It won't show you the entire frame, but this is enough to show you exactly what's in the shot. It also shoots at 4K. It can take, I think, you have 2 hours of record time, but if you're really going to do extreme sports, Anything that's bumpy, it'll stabilize your image, and it's really fun to have more of like a wide angle screenshot to mix in with your content that you're creating as well in certain situations, right? So sometimes with the wide angles, you get that wide eye look lens. You do have the option to not have to do that on the GoPro 9 specifically. So I do like having the option to either have that wide angle or not have that wide angle. But you have modes, so you can do 1080 as well. You can also do slow motion. And I'm like, what else do I like about this? I just like the fact that it's small. I can just throw it in my purse whenever I want, and then it's tiny enough to really go. So I've taken this with me when I've gone ATV, dirt biking. I want to take it when I go on a race. I just went to K1, which is a go-karting place, and I'm like, I should have brought this because this is really cool to just go all out and not worry about dropping your phone. This is actually quite sturdy, so I really, really like it. So I'm just gonna turn this off because, that's recording now. GoPro, stop recording. So weird. It knows my voice when I want it to stop. Maybe I'm not saying the right prompt for it to start. But yeah, I'm just gonna turn it off now. Even though you could tell it to turn off, but we'll do that. So I like that for when I have extra footage. There are bundles out. I know that there is the GoPro Hero 10 now, but you know how they say everything just keeps, there's always going to be another version of something, but the version 9 specifically was the biggest change for me because before the 9, there was no dual camera. I think that they were competing with the DJI Osmo Action, or maybe it was the vice versa, but at the same time, having the dual feature helps a lot, especially when you're doing time lapse and maybe you're putting it against the wall and you don't know what the wall is seeing. You can see from the front what it's seeing. So definitely do like that as well. All right, so the new thing I wanted to talk about when we come to content creation is this Joby Range Pod. I leave this in my car. It was funny, I was actually looking for it all around my tripods. I think I have about 12 tripods just laying around my house right now. So I couldn't find it, and I realized, I use this one in the back of my car because I always like to have an extra tripod in the back just in case. You never know. I always get asked to do like these photos or these family photos, and sometimes I need the height. Sometimes I can't find a desk that is at the same height that I want, or something flat. So I do bring a tripod in the back of my car, but technically I would have to drive my car, but I always like to have backups. People have car kits. I have car kits too. I have car kits and photo kits in the back of my car. But this is one of my favorite tripods, also by Joby. So Joby, again, has created this one that I absolutely love because it has an extra shoe mount. But then this one is a nice one too because this can also, you could attach the top part of the tripod to this as well. Or you can also, again, quarter 20, you can put this into your DSLR mirrorless camera as well. And the great thing about this is it folds up. It fits in I would say it fits in a carry-on, like diagonally. You can also put it on the outside. You are able to bring tripods onto the plane. It goes through TSA. So I just never want to carry such a big tripod when I'm out and about. So this has been a great way to fold it up small and have a lot of options. And the great thing I like about this too is you can film vertical content. So a lot of tripods, if you want to have that tripod vertical option, they usually do get a little more expensive. You can combat though by getting the Ulanzi head. I didn't attach it in here, but the Ulanzi tripod head, which is in my playlist, you can attach that to any tripod and make it a 360. So if you already have a tripod that you love, it's portable, get the Ulanzi tripod head, and then you'll be able to add that to any tripod. Actually right now, let me do that. I've actually never added a product during my stream, and I want to be able to do that. So let's see. I knew it's in my desk setup. Oh, here he goes. I'm going to add it to my stream. Yay! That's the first time doing that, you guys. Okay, so cool. Let me go back to my stream, return to my live stream. Oh, cool, you guys. I did it. Okay, so yes, this one. So if you're watching my live stream on Amazon, this is my favorite ball head, tripod ball head. As you can see, I can't show you because my camera is actually attached to it, but this is my favorite tripod ball head. So for those of you who are like, why is it 25? Well, guess what? You can attach this to virtually any quarter 20 tripod. So I'm talking about this one because that is your standard. You can also attach it to the top of this one because it's standard. As you can see in the photo, it also has a shoe mount on the side and it has a quick release plate. So if you want to attach the tripod plate to your camera, you don't have to turn it around in 360 motion to get it off. You can literally click it, pull it out, and then when you put it back in, it's exactly where it was before. And you can attach other items like an audio, anything basically that you want to that shoe mount, and it's universal. So that ball head mount has changed my life dramatically, especially for the live stream, because right now I can put my camera like this and the ball head allows it to go 360 and hang it at a vertical, full vertical. So I don't have to take off my camera. I can literally just hang a Lucy or Lucy, lefty, hang a lefty, and it'll be vertical. So I can shoot both vertical content and regular content for my YouTube without having to take it off the tripod. So game changer, time saver, highly recommend. 10 out of 10 would do again. As TikTok people say, he's a 10, but you know, but I think it's great. But yeah, let's talk about that range pod though. But yeah, I was able to get that Ulanzi tripod on this one, so definitely get that one. If you're in the market, you already have a tripod, you just need something to add to your camera or your tripod to allow you to take vertical content. So what I like to do is, so this is how it's able to go. So I pull out the legs, and over here you have different angles of your tripod legs, and you want them to all be equal. But when you do that, that's an easy way of how wide it'll expand. So I'll usually just go to the middle version of each one of them. And then these these are twisties. So that's the one thing that is not preferred. I do like those little clip ones, but it does save a lot of room when you're not having to have a class. So this is like a twisty. And so I just have to unloosen all of them first to make sure that they go down. But it goes pretty high, not gonna lie. So without having to do all the legs, this is where the base would be. Well, maybe I have to do all of it. Maybe I do have to do all of it. Okay, so, you know, and after a while, it's like a skill when you can set up your tripod really, really fast. But I'll just do this. All right, so here it is. So this is how tall it is at the base. When I have it on the middle on all of them, as you can see, it's not level, but we'll level it out right here, like so. And then you have another way to go higher, which is on the side. I can unloosen this. I can bring it like even higher. Okay, so already that small tripod folded up can expand to like this height already. So that can fit in my backpack, that could fit in my carry-on, and it's very light. And if I brought like a camera gear, you know, at the bottom of your camera bag there are like hooks and fasteners. You can slip this right through at the bottom in the loop, and you can carry it on your back as well. So I love how I'm able to do all of that. Let me bring it down at like a proper height for this tutorial. All right, so we also can use these little dials, and it can go all the way around. I also have this, which is the ball head. So here we go. This is how it is. If your camera's up here, it'd be like this, but if you want on a vertical, there is a notch right here that can go vertical. So imagine your camera here, but when it's here, it's vertical. So I love that they have this built-in mount. Also love that it is a quick release plate as well. So the thing about quick release plate, again, is you don't have to swivel your camera. I'm just going to use this. The one thing I have a qualm about GoPro is that they don't have a built-in quarter 20. You have to get like a specific fastener don't like that. I like being able to just do that right there. I wish they had that. That's a suggestion. But the quick release plate is once this is actually in your camera, I can just loosen this part, and then as you can imagine, this comes off with the camera. So I can leave the tripod in its plate. Let's say I'm trying to film something, but then something's happening over here and I don't want to run around with my tripod. I can just simply quick release it, go with my camera, and then when I come back, or maybe my arm's tired, put it back in place, lock it in place, and I'll be fine. So I absolutely love that about this tripod. And I'll just give you like a little demonstration utilizing, I guess, this part right here. So I'm just gonna take off from this Joby GorillaPod, this part. Alrighty, so I'm gonna take this off, right? So see how I have to unscrew all of this? So this is not a quick release. This is what we would call not a quick release. See how much time it's taking for me to undo that? I also am giving myself a barrier by doing it like around like I'm giving my tripod a big old hug. But see, this is not a quick release. So what I would do in this case is, well, you can spin it up on here, but you know what? Let me take this out and then do this. And the cool thing about this is like if you pull it out, it has like its own little coin in here, so you don't need a coin. Or I have a special tripod screw, but I can just, again, you have your standard quarter 20, so any one. So if you already have your tripod at home, get the Ulanzi if you want a vertical. But if you don't have any tripod and you're looking for one that is small, compact, and does like 360 range motion and can shoot landscape and portrait, I like this one. I bring it everywhere. So I have it here right now, and I'm just gonna put it back because it was a quick release plate. I didn't have to swivel it around 360 times, so I'm gonna do that. And so now, so right now it's already at a vertical, and the thing is, this is already an advanced thing where if I wanted to do landscape, I can just do that. But for the sake of showing you on a vertical, I guess, like, you can now do this, right? So, I mean, you have options. All I can say is you have options, but I just wanted to show you what it would look like from this angle. And yeah, so I'm just gonna undo that. But yeah, you have options. That's why I'm like, I love it when you can just have options. That way, it makes your content creation as a UGC creator, as a content creator, so much easier. I literally throw this tripod in my trunk, and then I throw this tripod into my purse everywhere that I go. So I love that. And again, having a shoe mount, I can attach lights, or I can attach audio devices like the one that I'm talking about, which is the last thing I will talk about today, because I realize that that is definitely the most important thing when you're creating content, is to have great audio if you're going to be on camera. If you're shooting audio behind the camera, a lot of the built-in apps for TikTok or Instagram actually have pretty decent audio recorders, so they're really great. But if you're on camera a lot like me and you want to be further away from the camera, I definitely recommend the Ceramonic Blink 500 system. There's so many. Just make sure you get the one that's correct, because the receivers go straight into your USB-C port or your Lightning port, depending on if you have an iPhone or an Android. And it will have like an auto receiver to your mic. So anything that you record natively or even on Instagram or TikTok, the audio will pick up clear audio from your mic. And again, you can attach a lavalier mic, which is included, instead of showing this. Sometimes people actually show it. I shout out to my friend Terrence the Poets, who covers PC. He literally attaches his Rode Wireless Go to a wooden stick as his mic stand. And it's quite hilarious to me, but it works and it's effective and it's funny. So I'm like, great one on that. But if you don't want it to show, no problem. It does come with everything you need. Wind muffs, you know, and the film worker kind of describes them or refers to them as dead cats, but I just say wind muffs now, because just thinking of a dead kitten just I'm not even gonna go there. I don't know why I just went there, y'all. I'm not gonna go there. But yeah, having the audio is so important because, again, I always stress, Mark knows, he's been in my classes before. I think also Vladimir was in this class. But when I taught Audio 101 at iJustine's Vlog University back in January of 2020, I emphasize that if you had anything, make sure the audio is good. People are more willing to watch crappy video than sit through a video with crappy audio. Just think about any situation. If there's if it's too high or too low or too hissy or it's like staticky, it's really hard to pay attention to the rest of that video. People will most likely just click out. So audio is very, very important when you're getting content if you're going to be on camera as well. So I think for the most part, I went over a lot of my favorite content creation tools and gears that I used. And, if you guys have any questions about more gear, I mean, that's exactly what this live stream is for. I love to see what you guys love me to talk about because I realize every week that I go live, I get to interact with you. So if there's something that you're really interested in learning the process for, please let me know. And I'd love to see you in person. Again, I am speaking and giving a whole session on how to create a media kit as a UGC or content creator, knowing your worth, knowing your value when it comes to working with brands and companies, creating content, the gear behind it to create that content so you can get paid for a side hustle. I'm going to be teaching a whole class in person in Los Angeles on Saturday, August 27th at the Hilton and Universal Studios. If you want to come, I forgot to add the overlay code, but my code is Nicki, N-I-C-K-I, VIP, and you'll get 25% off VIP passes to come in person. And it won't just be me. You have all these other fabulous speakers that are going to be there in person, and all these other fellow UGC content creator, video creators, filmmakers there with you who are in the same field. It's a great way to network, and I'll also be hosting Expo Night at the very, very end, which is basically a 2-hour session of raffles, prizes, the time to get to know and interact with all the other people there, especially the Apple team, because FMC is producing this in partnership with Apple. So it's really, really cool to get to know folks from the Apple team. So again, if you want to be a UGC content creator, you want to know how to get started, what clients to work with, getting your next kind of brand deal, this is the place to go because these are professionals who've been doing it for the longest time and they just want to help you. I want to help you. I'm doing this and I want more people to be able to do what I'm doing as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my gosh. Hi, Adam. Oh, that's such a kind comment. And because the chats go away, I'm just going to read it out loud. Adam said, I was checking your other live streams. Love them all. I work remotely and need all these items. So glad I found you. Well, thank you so much, Adam. You are so wonderful. I'm glad you found me too. Please hit the follow button so you always get notified if you haven't already. Again, I do a live stream every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on Amazon. Amazon is the best way to watch me. I also will be on YouTube and Facebook, but Amazon every Tuesday is the best place because then you don't have to guess what kind of items I'm talking about. The items literally display right in the carousel. And any disclaimer that if you do purchase items from my stream, you do support my channel at no extra cost to you. So if you're going to get your items anyways, I would appreciate it if you purchase through my channel, my live stream, because that way it helps me support the channel and continue doing these lives for you, and you don't have to pay extra to do it. But I would definitely love your support. But yes, Grandma says hi. Well, it was so nice. Oh, Mark, yes, you have the Blink 500 Pro. That's awesome. I love it. And I use so many different tools, but when it comes to live streaming, in the beginning of my live streams, I was using a whole bunch of different gear, but the reason why I like the Blink 500 Pro so much is it's literally wireless. I can walk around, no wires. I can go and get dishes from the other side of the room, and you guys would never know that I didn't have a mic. I just have to be careful because you don't want to bring this into the bathroom and actually go to the bathroom. You just want to cut your mic at that point. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this fabulous Tuesday, the first Tuesday of August. But here is my gear page if you haven't already. Thank you, Richard, for always being in my chat and letting people know what to do. If you are watching, don't forget to follow. You're the best, Richard. I really appreciate you coming into my live streams every Tuesday. But yeah, if you want to know exactly all the gear that I use for UGC content creation, this was just a little muse bush. Obviously, I use a lot more items and I'm always testing out new products and gear, but everything can be found on my Amazon shop page / Nicki Sun. You can also go to any of my links on Instagram, and I have kind of like a link tree set up so you can always know where everything is. But thank you so much for joining me. You all have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all next Tuesday.